All right, so weekend events. We got Try and Trevor. There was a Hermosa Beach Invitational. Try Boyne and Trevor Crabb rebounded from disappointing not making the big disappointment of not making the country quota, and they beat Patterson and Buttinger over the weekend to win the Hermosa Beach Invitational. And in other news in the Midwest, the Houston Open was won by upstarts Evan Cory and his new partner. They've been playing a few tournaments together. Almost looks like it's going to be almost looks like it's going to be a real partnership, Rob, with Logan Weber. So had a chance to talk to Trevor Crabb earlier today, and here it is. All right, hey people, I have ex Long Beach State alumni, two-time AVP champion, multiple-time FIVB champion, Trevor Crabb, and most recently, winner of the Hermosa Beach Invitational. What's up, Trev?
How's it going? Thanks for having me.
Trev, you and Try have been at this for quite some time, and I'm going to go back in a minute for that. But for the present tense, was there something in this particular tournament that you guys did well that actually pushed you guys through? Um, were you blocking particularly well? Was the serve to space good? What was going on today?
Yeah, I think also a big thing was we were just starting to have more fun, just playing and competing again. We've just been pretty much just training for the last 2 3 months and haven't had any competitions really, so that can get kind of boring and repetitive and not that fun. So just that, and also, we switched a little things up on defense. Had have a try block a little more and me stay in the back row a little bit more, and
Yeah.
that's been generating a few more points for us.
Yeah, hey, you're digging and your first step has picked up like
Mm.
significantly over the last couple of years. And you're right, there's nothing like real time that gives you that extra level up where you're just like excited to
Exactly.
play. All right, here's my other question. You guys formed this team about 3 years ago. Um, and you've done well on the international scene of the domestic tour, most recently last year. So glad you guys won that AVP title. Right, got that part of your life, got it over with. First time I actually saw you guys kind of level up, and I'm sure it happened before FIVB Las Vegas.
Yep, yep.
So what has gotten better from FIVB Las Vegas? Because this draws a picture in your head up to
Yeah.
this point where you guys thought you showed significant improvement.
I think the biggest thing was our defense, just because neither of us were defenders before that, and just going into that tournament, we kind of didn't know what we were really doing defensively in terms of our strategy and where our lineup should be. And that's something that we're still improving on, but definitely have gotten a lot better on over the last 2 years, and that's kind of our biggest goal to get better at that.
Nah, I definitely. Again, I've been following you guys for a long time, and I witnessed everything you said firsthand. Last question, and this is for inquiring minds. I bring your attention to Cancun. Got a three week 4-star FIVB Invitational. What does
Yep.
your point situation look like, and do you have to do country quota again for I guess starting with the first one and then going from there? Is that how it works?
Yeah, I think we're in the first one for sure, and the second one I think we'll have a bye into the qualifier, and then the
Mm.
third one I think we're back in the country quota. So we definitely have our work cut out for us, and we definitely need some good finishes. Hopefully, a couple medals to pass Phil and Nick again into that second spot.
Yeah, because you guys were ahead before Doha, and now I think you're like
Right?
50 points behind. All right,
Yeah. Yeah.
Trevor. Hey, I had you 1 minute too long, my man. Thank you for your
All
time,
good.
man, and good luck in Cancun, man. I got some stuff to take care of, but I'm gonna keep my eye on you.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
All
Thanks
right.
for having me.
Hey, peace out. So, Rob, there's a final question that goes to this, but I wanted to drop this question on you first. Do you see them continuing to split block, or do you see Trevor's defense picking up a little bit, and maybe they lean towards that, or maybe they split block and whoever's hot does that? I mean,
yeah, I mean, I liked what they were doing, but I think there becomes a time where somebody does something better. And to me, I think it's just that Try has had so much experience at the net that his block is just always in the right spot. He's always, eyes on the ball. He's reaching really well. And even if maybe he's not as big of a block, which I think he's probably even bigger of a block than Trevor is, but his block is so smart that it's a lot easier for Trevor to even play defense. So, yeah, I definitely think that Trevor's going to probably end up in the backcourt more often. That will be probably their better lineup. But, if they're serving tough, I don't think it really matters. I think they'll get people in tough situations so that they can get some real points against easy balls in the court. So, yeah, it was it's cool to see. And to answer your first point, I think it's a lot better for Trevor and Tri because, again, you do something sometimes and, you take a semifinal at, Rome and then you break a wrist and, the wheels fall off and then, you never play again. Sometimes that happens. I mean, that happens all the time in the beach game. So for them to come back, play against some top competition, like they're saying, only training for, 2-3 months. It's good for them to get back and show they're still competing at a high level,
Yeah, I also like that eventually they're figuring things out. I mean, there's nothing worse. You hear me get old and crabby about some things, but there's nothing worse in the world to me than watching two teams who have played each other 15 times have this kind of like 15-point or whole first set feeling out process where it looks like so much of the same where like I can leave the game and already tell you not only the game but be pretty close to what the score is. And I like that they're making the adjustments because when they first hooked up, they had more success on the international scene than they did on the domestic tour because I think a lot of people had them figured out more than them. But just a matter of cracking the code. I know Jose Loyola is a good skills coach, but I hope he or someone else is helping them figure out the other, right? So, but before I give you my answer on like which one, as far as wins are concerned, is more important, I got Evan Cory. And this is Evan Cory, looking like and the dark, looking like the Emperor. What's up? I got with me the new sensation. I don't want to call him a newcomer because I think he's in many ways he's been here the whole damn time. What's up, Evan Cory?
How's it going?
I like how you come out the dark from like the Emperor from Return of the Jedi. You're like so be it. Jedi. So listen, let's winners of the Houston Invitational over the weekend. You and Logan Webber. Was there give me one thing you thought Logan Webber did in that tournament that helped put you guys through? Because you guys look really, really dominant.
I mean, that dude was serving off the charts. I mean, he hit every single line I think that there was to hit when he was serving throughout the weekend. It was a really good serving showing for him. So
yeah, cool. So you've been kind of like a hitman for hire with multiple partners, but I noticed you and Logan Webber have been playing multiple tournaments together. So I guess my question is twofold. Will you continue to play with him as you guys level up in competition? And the second question is, what's one thing you think you're going to do that's going to help make this team a better whatever? So let's start with the first question. Is this a partner for the near and distant future?
I think this is kind of the plan for whatever, I guess the AVP, whatever kind of season you want to call it, because who knows? I mean, they're still keeping us in the dark about all that, so that hasn't been great.
No, everyone's been in the dark.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if there is something like that, I think that is the plan for this year.
Cool. What's one thing you want to do a little bit better? Something in the tournament that you're like, you know what? I think I need to fix that, and I think when we win this, I'm gonna do a quick fix here with LT right now. So give me one thing that you wanted to fix as far as this chemistry, be it physically or maybe just a mental mindset.
Yeah, I think for me personally, for us to get better, it's just continuing to improve at defense.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is now we're in April now, so
Yeah.
this is month 4 of me actually training defense ever in my life. I've always been a blocker,
Mm-hmm.
so it's still continuing just to learn things that I need to do to get better there. And there's just so many areas you can improve there. For all the blockers out there who think they have don't have the life and think that blocking is hard, that's a damn lie. Defense, I would say, is a lot more difficult than blocking because there's a lot more responsibility in the game there on you. Because a team can kind of game plan against the blocker pretty well, and pretty much take the blocker out of the game if they want. But then that all falls on the defender, and there's a lot more thinking involved there. I think trying to bait and stuff like that, and a lot of subtle movements, a lot of small things here and there. And so, yeah, if you're a blocker looking to become a defender, maybe second guess yourself and really think if that's the way to go, because I think it's pretty tough. But I've loved the transition so far. I think it's gone pretty well. Definitely some areas that I can still improve upon, but learning every day, and I'm just kind of excited to keep growing in that way. It's been a fun challenge.
Hey, listen, for someone that has had to block full time and has had to play defense and split block, I think many will refer to you on that, as well as Trevor Crabb, who was just on the previous interview. Evan Cory, thank you for your time, my man.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
That was Evan and Logan Weber, and I got to watch the semifinals and the quarterfinals live. I didn't watch the finals, but I understand that they rolled through the competition with relative ease. And let me tell you, Rob, like some of these people in their zip code have special powers. Like right? A lot of these relative unknown beach volleyball players or whatever, you play them in Hermosa Beach, you whooping that behind, right? You play them in Texas, you like, this ain't the same team I played in Hermosa Beach. So there's something to say about that they travel well. And this dude, Logan Weber, his serve to space, coming down like a ton of bricks. So I'm very, very happy for both of them, But as of the question, which one was more significant? Was it Trevor and Try's rebound, or was it Weber and Cory's emergence? I think it was Trevor and Try's rebound, because there's so much more at stake, right? Cory's been kind of like a hitman for hire, playing with this guy, playing with that guy, and only recently have we seen him play multiple tournaments with one partner, and that looks like that's going to be a marriage for a little bit. And I'm not degrading or casting any aspersions on their growth as a team or their emergence. Of course, that's important too. But as of the question, what's more important? Trevor and Try, man. They're a couple of points behind Phil and Nick. This 3 weeks, 4 stars, man. They got some work to do. And I already told you, I admit I'm a fan. I really want them to see him get in.
Me too.
You too? Yep.
Yeah.
So, Rob, before we go, from now on, Women's History Month is over. From now on, this is called Mad Props Monday, okay? From Monday night to Tuesday morning, I got to give mad props to my man, my friend, my brother from another mother, the head coach of LMU, the LMU Lions women's beach volleyball team, John Mayer. Right now, LMU is 16-2, with their only losses against the number 1 seed in the country, USC, and the number 3 seed, I think, Florida State University. Both teams, I think, remain undefeated. I think there's 3 undefeated teams on top. LSU has lost 1, but I think that was the USC, and I think LSU is like a true number 2. John Mayer inherited this team. The first season, I think they were like 6-13. I was his assistant in 2018, got on board with him, and then we were 22-14. And in 2019, we were 21-9, where they eventually won the WCC championships, beating Pepperdine not once but twice, because it was double elimination. They had to come out of hell to do it, Rob McLean. It was the only game his athletic director, his boss, went to, and it was awesome to have a one-off, one-time only impression where, wow, this guy that I hired is the WCC champs, and right now, because of the pandemic, they're the reigning defending WCC champs. They beat Pepperdine twice, who was ranked number 7 at the time. They beat Long Beach State twice, and they're running roughshod with an impressive 16-2 record. And as far as difficulty of schedule, really only Vanguard's the only weaker team, and maybe San Francisco or someone at the end, or Georgia State, who was ranked number 18. But John Mayer, I love you. I hope you get into the NCAAs, and I hope you get the exposure you deserve. You're my bro. Cool. Mad Props Monday, Rob.
Well, I don't got no mad props, but
there you go. You like no love Cody Garbrandt.
No.
except significantly more handsome, and got those ridiculous tattoos that look like a exaggerated necktie. Love me some Cody, but what the hell were you thinking when you got tatted up like that?
Yeah, that's a tough one.
I'm teasing him too, because he's all about them kids, man. I ain't gonna mess with someone that's about them kids, man. Big up to Cody. Big up to all of you guys that are listening. Rob, before I go on my little spiel, is there something you'd like to say to our listeners before we leave?
Stay safe, stay happy.
There you go. Rob said it. Rob actually does have love for you people. I, however, don't. Right now, the score is 59-75. Baylor's winning 75-59 with 8:30 left on the clock. So it looks like Baylor is going to be crowned the championships on a true 1-2 or 1-1. So I leave you with that. And for everybody watching at home, for all of you watching on your Droid or your iPad or your iPhone, for all of you watching this on your desktop, for my boy Rob, keep it McLean. This is episode 61 of Sports Debate Tuesday. I am Jason DeBeas. We're out. Come check out the Option Podcast on OptionVB.com. It's also available on iTunes and Spotify and on YouTube under the NY Varsity Sports handle. You're going to love what you hear.